Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all of you. How are you all doing, grade 1? Good? That's very great. Yes, I'm also good. Alhamdulillah. Thank you. And welcome to your numeracy class. Okay. So, in yesterday's class, what we did, who is going to tell me what we did in yesterday's class? We practiced making a clock face, right? So, all of you have practiced it at your home as well. Okay. Is there any confusion? No. So, what were the three things we were needing for making a clock face? We needed a white paper, we needed a scissor, and we needed a protector to make the a perfect circle, right? Or if you do not have, you can use any other circular thing as well, right? To make that, so that when you cut it, it gives you a proper shape of a clock. Similarly, you can make a clock face in any other shape as well. Let's say the clocks are not only in the circular form. You can have a clock in square shape as well. You can have a clock in this shape as well. This is known as hexagon. You can have a clock in what are some other shapes? Okay, there are some clocks which are made on the cartoon characters, right? Your favorite cartoon characters. So their shapes are according to that. Let's say you have a Doraemon character clock. So the clock would be like this. You have a Mickey Mouse, you have the Barbie, so etc. etc. So whatever the the theme is, the shape of the clock is according to that, right? So we practiced making it, and we made clock faces together. So now in today's class we will be moving a step forward, and we will discuss that what are the things including in a clock. Yes, we made a clock. So now we will discuss that what are the things, particularly things in the clock. So let's discuss them together. Here I am holding a clock. This is a wall clock. So together we will discuss that what are different things in it. Okay, so let's start from here. Let's first talk about the digits. When you start from 12 and you start counting, when you again reaches at 12, right? So this means that we have only 12 digits in this clock, right? Starting from 12, we reach again to the 12. So this means that we have only 12 digits. And what are that? In a sequence that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sorry. But this does not mean that we have only 12 hours in a day. No. Or we have only 12 minutes in a day. No. We don't have only 12 seconds in a day. But if we talk about these details, let's quickly revise it together. Okay. How many hours do we have in a day? A total of 24 hours. How many minutes do we have in each hour? We have 60 minutes. And how many seconds do we have in each minute? Again, 60 seconds. Now, this means that in order to find out the seconds of a whole day, we will be multiplying it with how many minutes do we have in a day. So this, for this we will multiply it with 24, and the answer would be, when we multiply 60 with the answer is 1440 minutes, right? Now, if we talk about the seconds, how many seconds do we have in a whole day? We will multiply 60 with this, and whatever the answer we get, this means that we have that much seconds in a day. Okay. Okay. So now let's move forward. If we were discussing the clock, so we had, like we discussed, that we have 24 hours in a day, and the 24 digits are not written on this clock, right? So this means that when the hand, the hour hand will start from here, when it will complete one turn, this means that the half day has been passed. And then in the next turn, the other half day will pass, and when it will read again to 12, this means that the whole day has been completed. Or in other words, we can say, in order to complete one day, the hour hand complete two whole rotations, right? So, and 12 plus 12 makes 24, right? Similarly, if we talk about, okay, first let's say, look at this and tell me how many hands we have in this. Three hands. This is the smallest one is the hour hand. This biggest one is the bigger one is the minute hand, and this biggest one is the second hand. The second hand keeps on rotating the whole day. This hour hand rotates, or after 1 hour it turns its location for, or the position for one digit to the other. And if we talk about the minute hand, it changes its position after every one complete rotation of this second hand, right? Okay. Now I want all of you to please open your book, page number 83. This is page number 83. Please open this. There are a few questions which are being asked in this from you, so you are supposed to answer those questions, okay? Look at the wall clock carefully and count the number of spaces starting from 12 and going round clockwise to 12 again. These are called minute spaces. You are supposed to start from 12, move, and then reach again at 12. Then tell me how many minutes do we have in an hour? So how many minutes do we have in an hour? 60, right? Okay. So now let's fill these blanks according to the information that we have discussed right now. There are dash hands on the face of the clock. Yes. Look at this clock and tell me how many hands do we have on this? Three, right? We just discussed it right now that we have three hands on a clock face. Okay. Let's look at the next question. The small hand is the hour hand, right? The long hand is the minute hand. And what about the longest one? If I ask you that what is the longest hand? The second hand, right? Excellent. 1 week has dash days. How many days do we have in a week? 7. Can you tell me their names? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right? So we have a total of 7 days in a week. Okay. One day has dash hours. How many hours do we have in a day? The answer is already written on the board. 24. Excellent. 1 hour has dash minutes. How many minutes do we have in an hour? Count the number of spaces which are in between these all digits. Okay. Tell me how many minutes do we have in an hour? 60. Excellent. Now the interesting question that they ask is that can you guess what 24 by 7 means? 24 by 7. Have you seen this? Or have you heard this sentence that I work 24 by 7? This means that every hour of the day and night, every day of the week, like every time. In general words, every time, right? That I work every time. Okay. So that was all for today. What we have done, we have basically learned more about what is the clock face, what is the information that a clock face gives us, how many hands do it have, what are the names of the different hands, and how many hours there are in a day, how many minutes are there in an hour, how many seconds are there in a minute. So all of these information is very important for you to learn the new things about how we can read out time, how we can tell somebody that what time it is. So that was all for today. Do revise the lecture at your home and let me know if you have any confusion in it, okay? Share this video with others because it's free learning. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Take care. Allah Hafiz.